Okay, for this video, I'm going to cut out the portion of the video where once Raz sees your trail there run away, you move to a new location to wait. You have a several minute set time. I'm going to cut that portion out and go right to the part where you let him have the scent article and he takes off
he's paying attention again. Yep, just there'll do when he's paying attention. Nice. Oh boy, hang on.
Okay, so you got this great scent article right here, this really beautiful rock, and he's trying to self-reward a little bit. Now, this is really common, especially when they get a little bit agitated from the wait time. This is a typical Malinois trait, but you also, again, kind of created this as we discussed before, and he's never going to really forget about how fun that article was. It's just going to have to go away with time. So again, one of the things I'm really fascinated by with this little guy is how he brackets odor so well, but keeps at a really, really great pace. He moves along and stays on odor very, very nicely. He had several directions he could have gone right before he got to this creek edge, and you could tell by this body language that by scent he chose the proper direction. Something freaked him out right here. You got a nice little disturbance, something in the water. And again, you're going to run into these types of obstacles and distractions when you're working Raz as time goes on, especially when you don't know exactly where your trail is going to go. This is just going to happen. So what I like here is, even though you have a really great distraction and he's definitely interested, he gives it up and he goes back to work. He remembers what he's looking for. So that's absolutely fantastic. I also really like this terrain here. Nice green grass, it's relatively tall, so it's going to hold the odor really tight to the track line. And that's important for getting these dogs to focus and not to move out too fast or too far. And I think that you're really, really beginning to understand that, because just watching how you're choosing your training spots, you're choosing them all very, very wisely now. So this is going to be more commentary than critique, because Raz is actually doing so great. I want you really to understand, and our watchers to understand, that puppies out of the box, right from birth, already know how to track and trail. It's an instinct of all the dog work that our dogs do. Tracking is really the one that is absolutely ancient and completely instinctual, that doesn't need to be trained for. The only thing in trailing that we train for is to teach the dogs to be focused on one particular thing, and to be able to train and work in a variety of conditions and distractions. That's really our job. But the tracking, trailing, they already know how to do it. And the traditional way that dogs track, and what we seem to expect based on a paradigm of training that's forced upon us, through just ages of dog work over the years, is that the dog has to go slow, his nose has to go to the ground, and he has to stay right on the track. Well, we've already realized that just by watching Raz, that's not the case. I mean, here we have an 11-week-old puppy, and he's moving out at Mach 1 on a relatively long trail, a couple hundred meters, and staying right to the track line and not sticking to any of those methods that we've been taught are necessary, which is nose to the ground, going slow and staying right on top of the track.
They took off from the water and he yelped and stopped, but then got back to
not a lot to critique here, just a really good trail. I'm going to look at your next video here shortly, but we're about to move to the next phase of training. Real good work, guys.
Good little bud. Yeah. Good little bud. And I fell on my face, so where are we? GoPro. Good boy.